Hello students, today we shall start with the next topic, that is conservation of energy. Now first of all we will start with principle of conservation of energy. Now it states that energy can neither be created nor can be destroyed. What can be changes from one form to another form. So this is the law of conservation of energy. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. What can be transformed from one form to another form. So students, in the universe, energy occurs in various forms. The sum of all forms of energy in the universe remains constant. And whenever there is a transformation of energy from one form to another, the total energy always remains the same. Is that it remains conserved. The principle of conservation of energy is one of the fundamental principles of energy. Now, the next topic is theoretical verification of kinetic energy plus potential energy, that is equal to constant for a freely falling body. Now, the topic is, I'm just going to write it in a short form, that kinetic energy plus potential energy is equal to constant for a freely falling body. For a freely falling body. So this is the one of the most important topic. Students, if there is only an interchange between the potential energy and kinetic energy, the total mechanical energy remains constant. Is that kinetic energy plus potential energy that remains constant when there are no frictional forces. So let us prove it. Let students, the body is at a position A, and let this is the ground, or you can say from the ground, and let the height of the body from the ground is h. Once again students, let a body of mass m is at height h from the ground at a position A. Now, first of all, as the body falls down, its potential energy changes into kinetic energy. So during the freely falling fall of the body, at each point of motion, the sum of potential energy and kinetic energy remains unchanged. To verify it, let us calculate the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy at various positions, says at A above the ground. Then at B, let take this point at B and at C. At C means at ground. So these 3 points are taken. Point A, B and C. Point C is on the ground. Point A is the point at which the body is at certain height, that is H. And B is the point while falling the body or while the body is in motion. Okay students, let the body is falling like this from A to B, then B to point C, and this is your ground. Okay students, so as we know that the potential energy of the body is due to its height. So it means since the body is at rest, so it possesses a potential energy. At rest, the potential energy, which is represented with letter U, that is equal to mgh. And now since the body is at rest, so at point A, kinetic energy is 0. Once again, since the body is at rest, so its initial velocity will be 0. So at height, the energy possessed by the body is potential energy, and that is equal to mgh, and its kinetic energy is 0. So let us start with at point or position at point A or position A. Since the initial velocity at point A of the body is 0, because the body is at rest, and therefore the body is in rest, so its kinetic energy is 0, and potential energy, that is equal to mgh. So hence its total energy, I am just writing it TE, that is the total energy. Total energy is the sum of kinetic energy plus potential energy. So kinetic energy at position A is 0 and potential energy is mgh, and this is equal to mgh, and this is equation number 1. Now student, let the body is allowed to fall and it reaches at point B, and let when it falls till point B, it covers a distance x. Let it covers a distance x till point B. So let when the body is falling downward direction, so its velocity will increase. So from U, let the velocity is, that is v1 at point V. So students, the height between B and C, that will be h minus x. Once again, the total height is h, at point B, the body covers a distance x. So how much distance is left between B and C? That is the total height h minus x. So h minus x height is left at point B. Now let us at the position B, means when the body is falling and covers a distance x. So let v1 is the velocity acquired by the body at B after falling through a distance x. You can take it, the distance is x. So since the body initially the body was in rest, so you can take u is equal to 0, s is equal to x, and a is equal to g. Since the body is freely falling, that is why we have taken g here. Now from equation v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Now v square, v1 is here, so we have to find the v1, the velocity with which the body falls from point A to B. So in order to find the velocity of the freely falling body, we will apply this equation v square u square plus 2as. v1 square initial velocity is 0, so 2a is equal to g and s is equal to x. So v1 square is equal to 2gx, and as we know that kinetic energy is equal to 1 by 2 mv1 square at position B. So this will be equal to 1 by 2 m. Just put the value of v1 square here. We will get 2gx. So 2 and 2 cancel, and this will be equal to mgx. Now at point B, the height of the body from ground, just now that we have done, that is equal to h minus x. Therefore the potential energy, that will be equal to mgh minus x. Once again students, just see to it, the body is at point B and the potential energy of the body is just due to its height. So what is the height from the ground at point B? Then the height is h minus x. So at point B, the potential energy of the body, that is equal to mgh minus x. Now the total energy, that we know that is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. So kinetic energy, that is equal to mgx, and potential energy is mgh minus x. Now just simplify it. mgx is equal to mgh minus mgx. So mgx and mgx get cancelled and the total energy is mgh, and this is equation number 2. Now let us move to the next. At the position C means ground, on the ground. Okay, students, just see, now we have to prove that on the ground the total mechanical energy remains constant. Now since the body is at C, so we have to take the complete height. So once again, let the velocity acquired by the body on reaching the ground is v, and u is equal to 0 since the body is falling from point A, and at point A the body is at rest. So distance traveled, that is S is equal to h, and since the body is freely falling, so A is equal to g. So now once again, from equation v square, that is equal to u square plus 2as. So once again we have to find v square. Initial velocity is 0 to a that is equal to g, and s is equal to h. So v square is equal to 2gh. So kinetic energy will be 1 by 2 mv square, and this will be equal to 1 by 2 m 2gh. So 2 and 2 get cancelled, and this is equal to mgh. So potential energy on the ground, that will be equal to 0, because at the ground height is equal to 0. So that is why potential energy is equal to 0. So hence total energy, that is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy, is equal to kinetic energy, that is mgh, and potential energy is 0. So this is equal to mgh. So this is the third one. So we have proved that the potential energy remains constant at all the point of motion. So thus we can say that from equation 1, equation 2 and equation 3, the total mechanical energy always remain constant at each point of motion, and it is equal to the initial potential energy at height h. Similarly, students, when a body is thrown vertically upwards under gravity, its initial kinetic energy at any instant throwing up keeps on decreasing, and the potential energy keeps on increasing by the same amount. So this is one of the important topic. So I just want to point out few things which you have to keep in mind, like at B, the potential energy possessed by the body at B. Students, as we know that potential energy is due to the height. So just see that when the body will be at B, so height is h minus x. So it will be equal to mgh minus x. So this is the most important point which is to be noted, because the potential energies are always taken from the certain height. So at point B, let the body is at point B. So from the ground, the height is h minus x. So that's all. Thank you very much.